Peace and love, family. Peace and love. Get right with the Most High. Man, it's a proud moment when I see people talking about what I'm about to get into, man. It's make me proud that people are opening their eyes, especially the last to get hired and the first to get fired. I'm glad when people open their eyes and see things that other people can't see. Let's get into it.
Yeah, truth be told, they ain't ready for this heat.
Peel the layers back on every fake facade. They build the narratives, we see right through the fraud. I'm the signal cutting through the digital static. My feed is undisputed facts, my flow is cinematic. We expose the truth be told, yeah, the truth be told. Watch the algorithm break as we make it go viral.
Yeah, peace and love, family. Let's get into it. People waking up and preparing themselves for the inevitable. Nobody will know the time of day, but Babylon is going to fall, and it's going to hit hard.
Everybody is paying attention, but times are getting really hard. I've had a lot of friends that had good jobs for years being laid off. I've had people hit me up and asking to use me as recommendations and referrals and seeing if I could put them on things. And I'm just paying attention to the climate out here, and it's getting pretty rocky. I've also had numerous friends tell me how hard it is to get a job right now. It's a lot of interviews. People are going through the interview process and going to 2, 3, 4 rounds of interviewing and still not getting called back. I know people that's putting in 30, 40 applications a day, and they've been doing that for over 30 days. Still not getting anything substantial called back. So I'm like, I don't know if everybody's aware of how bad things are and how bad things are going to get. We're also like on the verge of going to war. There's countries in war right now, and I think because of so much distractions in the media and in like social media and entertainment and people keeping up with all this bullshit online, people are really numb to what's going on outside. But I say all that to say, a storm is coming, and some people have already felt it, but it's nothing like what it's going to feel like when it really hits. All y'all that's buying jewelry, getting new cars, just adding to y'all motherfucking expenses and y'all workload and y'all overhead. I really hope you've taken in consideration that what you're making now might not be what you'll be making in a few months to a year. So you might need to recalculate some of these things before you keep taking on new burdens. Yeah, good luck.
Most definitely good luck. Prepare for the worst and hope for the best. That's what I say. You know, it's funny how people are being intuned. No, I'm not trying to fearmonger you. No, I'm not trying to give you whatever they call it. I even forgot what they call it. But here's the thing. When you look at it as a totality, nothing feels the same. Everything's too expensive. Everything is out of reach. And guess what? It's unsustainable. It is. That straight not being open, it's just going to take a bad situation worse. I come from the hood. You understand what I'm saying? Or as people would say, the ghetto. You know what I mean? So, coming from the hood, and this is anybody, even if you don't come from the hood, right? This is anybody. When that stomach is touching your back, people are willing to go to the extreme. When their stomach is touching their back, especially if you see them babies with their stomach touching their back, what you think that parent gonna do? What do you think in reality? They're going to try to go out with a bang to get what they got to get to feed them babies, bro. Like at the end of the day, when you look at it as a totality, just got to be real with yourself. Crime is going up higher and higher and higher. The harder the economy get hit, the more worse things get. All right? So understand that. But I'm glad people opening their eyes and, prepare yourself. You know what I'm saying? With self-defense and everything. You hear me?
Number of preppers in this country has more than doubled. We'll find an empty bag in your house. Any kind of bag, preferably a backpack. If you don't have an extra backpack, find a reusable bag. Tens of millions of people now identify as preppers, and now is a really stupid time to start calling these people naysayers.
Listen, to all the people that keep saying nothing is going to happen, no one is going to do anything about
I had other videos. Well, let me tell you this, because people see the low subscriber count and all that. I was banned off of this platform for 5 years. Okay? I came back. I made videos. I kept getting hit with different things. I scrubbed it, did all new videos. So the videos you see now are new videos, but I've been put like a few videos and this, that, and the third on here, right? Because of the... I had doctors coming on my platform and telling people what it was, but, that's neither here or there. Now, let's get into this. Am I a prepper? I'm a doomsday prepper. Yeah. If you see me with a hoodie, if you see me in this room with a hoodie, you're going to see me in different settings when I'm out and about. You know what I mean? You see me in a different settings because I do travel a lot. But what happens is people ask me questions online. What kind of radios you use, or what kind of radios is the best radios, and all that stuff. If I give you my email, use it. I'm not going to tell you online what radios I use. One, I'm controversial. Two, some people don't want their products associated with people. So if I put their product out on here and they feel some type of way, I am liable. You understand? So they could put a cease and desist on me and all that. So if you ask me what kind of radios or what, rangefinders to see how far something is from you and all that stuff, and I give you my email, you got to contact me by email. I'm not going to put the information on here because some people don't want their product associated with certain groups of people and how they move, all right? If you see me with this hoodie on and the hood on, I have a system that takes a lot of cold air, okay? So for y'all not to hear the humming, I have to bring the room down to a certain temperature. So, and this hums loud. So I can imagine how them data centers is. Them data centers got to be crazy loud.
this. I promise you, something is about to happen. What I have experienced over the course of the last 2 days, I don't think I've ever experienced anything like this. The closest that I've experienced would be right after 9/11. If you are old enough to remember what it was like, it was total uniformity. There was flags everywhere. America was totally aligned in one mission. That is what this country is. The amount of DMs, I cannot keep up with the amount of people DMing me right now asking to get organized. This is insane. Think about all of the rage and everything that happened in 2020. This is 100 times that. People are getting madder and madder, and nobody's doing anything to quell their anger. Nothing is happening. People are just getting more and more upset. Seriously, think about this. Every conspiracy theorist that you've ever known, which we can't even call them that ever, but there's always been in your group, in your friend group, in your coworker group, there's always been a conspiracy theorist. And what happened? Did they just stop when you made fun of them? Did they just give up? No, they just got madder and madder. It becomes part of their identity. Once you know, you can't unknow. Once you know the insane injustice that is happening, you can't unknow. That's what's happening. That's what's happening to everybody in this whole country. I promise you, something is going to happen.
See, this is...
Well, the difference between a conspiracy and the truth is about 6 months. There's no such thing as the word conspiracy. A 3-letter agency made that word up. Okay? Do your research, do your due diligence and all that. Blah, blah, blah. You don't need a bunker. You don't need a fortified crib. Get with like-minded people. Get with family members that's on the same type of time that you're on. Get with people that can see what you can see. If not, you will be left behind. I'm just being honest. This ain't no fear mongering or nothing like that. Man, there's some things I would love to say, but I can't. But prepare for the worst and hope for the best. That's what I'm gonna tell y'all. Let's continue.
Why I think they're going to shut down the grid, dude. Because what's going to happen is the unity voice is going to get so loud, and then they're just going to shut the whole thing down, because it's like flipping the game table over, right? Like, you know you're going to lose, you're about to lose, you're like, F it. And you flip the game over, and that's what they're going to do, bro. Yeah. They have the ability to do it. You better start thinking about what's going to happen if that happens.
We only have one peaceful option left. I don't think we're going to make it to midterms, so we have to do this soon. Everybody keeps asking what they can do. Well, I may have a solution, somebody may have a better idea, but this is what I got. I don't normally ask people to like and share videos, but I'm going to ask you here on this one to get it to the people who can organize this and get it where it needs to go. The people with the big platforms, some of the other groups that can actually organize an official date and time to kick this thing off, okay? So that's out of the way. What I want you to do is nothing. And if all of us do nothing together, we can make a difference. The game only works when people play it. And so we opt out. We pick a date. I have one in mind already, coming up relatively soon. But we got to get the word out. And we don't go to work. We don't go to school. We don't put gas in our cars. We don't eat at restaurants. We do nothing. We stay home. That's about as peaceful as you can get. You don't have to do anything, and you can still make a difference.
That will make a big difference. The problem is that they ain't going to do it. No, but they ain't going to do it. No, this country too divided to even think about doing something like that. If anything, they'll say, oh, vote for a Democrat. Oh, vote for a Republican. Ain't going to get you nowhere. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's a good idea, but that's wishful thinking. That ain't gonna work because nobody's gonna do it. Because I'll be honest with y'all. I'll keep it real. Y'all can still go to work, but if you really wanted things fixed here, like right now, like in a drop of a dime, boy, I had them truckers park them trucks. Boy, let every trucker park them trucks. Yeah, that part. If every trucker was to park that truck, boy, listen. And not only parking for a day, boy, parking for 3 days. Boy, you want to talk about a whole... Boy, you talking about pumping the brakes and making people pay attention. That'll make people pay attention. Y'all forgot what happened in Canada? When they try to play with the truckers over there and the truckers just... Listen. Hey, but it's still wishful thinking with that too, because they won't do it either, because you got so many people that come from other places over here that drive trucks, and they thinking like, as long as I'm taking care of my family, I'm good. But what they don't understand is they gonna feel the brunt of it too.
So cops stay home, firefighters stay home, restaurant workers stay home. Everybody stays home that physically can. There's a few jobs that I won't mention here, but they know who they are, that they have to go to work. Like, for everybody, they have to go to work. Everybody else, we're staying home. we're not doing a damn thing. Now, it shouldn't take too long of doing nothing for the whole thing to come grinding to a halt. Will people lose their jobs? Yes, that's going to happen. Are there going to be consequences? Yeah, some foreseen, some unforeseen. But the consequences from this are far less severe than if we allow this to continue the way it's going.
Brother, the consequences are already here in real life. Y'all may not see it, but y'all gonna feel it. Trust me. I wish people listen, get together, get with like-minded people. But in order for you to have that strength and not worry about nothing and not care about nothing, is getting right with the Most High and the Messiah. Because, man, let me tell you, man, when you got that spirit in you, man, it's endless. It's endless. Peace and love, family. I'll catch you on the next one. I don't want to drag these videos out. Get right with the Most High and the Messiah. Prepare for the worst. Hope for the best. Get with like-minded people and all that. If you want to ask me about equipment and stuff like that, and I've been prepping for years, but you want to ask me how you could do stuff, leave something in the comments, man, and I'll hit you with my email. I'm not going to make a video about it. I'm just not. Okay? So if you hit me in the email, if I hit you with the email, you hit me up. If you don't, you don't. You know what I mean? But if you make a comment, I'll hit you with the email and help you as much as I can. All right? Peace and love. Be safe. Hope you and your family as well. All praises to the Most High. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace and love.